Hello everybody. We are going to be setting up Marlin for an Ender 3. Now this will work on Ender 3 Pro if you find the software, but this particular one that I am showing you today is for the Ender 3 regular with the 4.2.7 board on it. Now there's I guess I should have looked up the board. I don't know who would not have this board. It's an amazing board. Ender 3 4.2. It makes the steeper motors totally quiet. My printer's actually printing right now, right next to me, and you can't even hear it running. This is the board right here that we will be setting it up for. Each board is going to have different software that we're doing, but what I'm showing you today, will set it up for this board. How you're going to edit it, anything. It's not for the Pro, it's not for the CR10. This video is just for Marlin for 4.2.7, but you can use this to figure out how to do the CR10 or any other 3D printer. It's kind of the same basics, but we're going to be setting up Marlin from scratch. So first you're going to want to this is the way I do it all. There's 3 different softwares I think you can use. This is what I'm going to download. I already have it pre-downloaded. My internet's shit, so I'm going to leave this pre-downloaded because this takes quite a while. So I'm Windows 10. Here's the code up here if I don't put it in the description. Download that, install it. As soon as you load it, it will look like this. It'll load just like this. This is what I like. This is what I use. Leave that open over there. Then you're going to want to go to Marlin. And Marlin is none of these that first pop up, at least on my computer. You got to get from the GitHub. It should look like this. You're going to want to click on 2.0. 2. Down here, it's going to have bugs. It's going to have problems. You may hit print on your printer and it may not even print. So you're going to want to put 2.0 code and then download zip. Now it's going to show it downloading up there. Now, you need a file that has all your settings already on it. Now, sorry, I'm doing this live because I see a lot of people doing this, and it's just not the video I would send to someone. So here's all your source codes. I don't like any of them. I don't like a single one of these source codes. This is how they pop up. This is at least one of the sites. Pops up like this, or this. I think this is the other one. I like this one, but you click on your Ender 3. We're doing Ender 3. You got to read them 50 times to figure out what you're looking at. Ender 3 3D printer. There we go. Oh, that just came out. Okay, so that just came out. So you need one right there that says source code. So I'm going to download that and show you guys the difference. There's the source code. It just downloaded. So that's not the one I like. I like to go under the GitHub, which is where we downloaded Marlin. Or click this and click that. You need to go down to configuration. Whatever it may be, it's updated since this video probably came out. Click on that. They'll say, where did they go? Whatever you got to do just to get this. This downloads the software for every single 3D printer that they support. It's going to have the Ender 3 on there. It's going to have the Pro on there. It's going to have everything on there. I'm setting it up for the Ender 3. But based on this, you can most likely figure it out to do like a CR10 or something like that. It's downloading right there. So, go under my download file. That one's still downloading. Let's extract them both into this area. That's going to take a while. I'm going to put that down there. Put that on a different screen. Let's extract this one, the source code from Reality's website. Just one that I don't really care for. We'll leave up a little bit. As soon as they're extracted, I'm going to delete the zip ones so we don't have any problems there. Okay, I think the Ender one's still downloading. And it is done. This takes forever when it's done. Unconfirmed. Do that refresh. There we go. Let's extract that. That one I think takes a little bit. Got one different page. Okay, so let's extract them then. So we're just going to kind of go over these. This is the source code from. Where did it just go? Okay, this is from reality. Look at this. File after file after file. Now, if you like how your Ender 3 works right now, these are the files you would use. I don't like using these because it's very complicated. Or you could just go under example. There's a lot here. There's a lot. This is a pain in the butt way. So I'm going to delete them. Actually, okay, all of them are done. Now I'm going to show you the configurations from Marlin. You just kind of keep up with me. Click on that, click on that. Actually, you don't even have to look at this. Examples. These are all the 3D printers, at least that they support. So if you go under Reality, where was that? Right there. They've got all your different ones. So we're doing the Ender 3. Here's your different boards. These are all the different boards you could have in. Now I showed you earlier that we're using a 4.2.7, which is right there. That's their version of saying 4.2.7. And when we click on it, we have that many files. When we get it from Creality, remember all the different files? When you do it this way, these are the only files you need. And later on, I'll show you why you only want 4 files instead of all the 100 that they show you on there. So I'm going to go back and delete the one from Creality and the zip files, just so it's less confusing to you guys. This is the Ender one coming from Creality. I don't want that. So you're going to want to go under Configuration Releases. Now we're back to setting it up. Click on there, click on there, click on there, click on Examples, go down to Creality. I was cross-eyed trying to find that. Go to Ender 3 because that's what we're setting up. I am doing a 4.2.7 board. Later on, it is the part that may confuse you a little bit. Make sure you got Visual Studio downloaded. That's the part that gets confused. I'm going to copy these, and then I'm going to go back into my Marlin folder that we downloaded before we downloaded configurations. We're going to click on Marlin. We're going to click on Marlin 2.0, or whatever it may be, and then we're going to click on Marlin again. And then right in this folder, just out in the middle of nowhere, we're going to paste them. Now notice there's already some of them files there. You needed to replace them. And there you go. That's all you have to do. Then you can clear out of that. So now all this is done, all this is set up. Before you do any of that, if you don't want it in your downloads folder, remove it before you set all this up. Because Visual Studio will get super confused because it'll be like, well, it used to be under downloads. Where is it at? And you're going to have to redo this whole process. So it's good to put them in the folder you want right now. Okay, so we got all that downloaded. Now that you got this downloaded, open it up and it should open just kind of like this. Every time I open it, it comes up with something different. But download whatever it tells. I'll fix this one. Shut off. Mine popped up with a random thing wanting to set up something else. Let it do whatever it wants to do until it's just stable and sitting there. And these are the 2 extensions you need to download. You go up to View, click on Extensions, and click Search Extensions. C/C++. Oops, that's not a plus. C++ is one of them. Right here it is. You're going to want to click the install right there, and it will install. Now, you have to have internet to do Platform IO. You need this one. You need internet to code, to change the code, at least for your first time, and I'll show you guys that. So, once them are downloaded, I think they automatically enable. But you don't need extensions on here anymore. Just kind of runs in the background. That's all the extensions I run. Some people may run different ones. Just kind of getting that off the screen. I hate looking at that. Okay. So then you crash it or exit it, and then you reload it. That way everything's working perfect. There, now it's reloaded. Now you're going to go to File. Now this is where the coding starts. And click Open File. Oh, nope, Open Folder. Sorry about that. Open Folder. And you want to go to the file where you put your Marlin at. Go to your Marlin, Marlin 2.0, Marlin again. I went to the wrong one. Right here. You want, let me redo that for you guys. Sorry. Go to wherever you put your Marlin download. Where we copied and pasted them. Marlin, Marlin. And when it says GitHub at the top, that is when you just want to click Select Folder. And it is going to just say that you trust that. Now it loads up this, and it feels like you're so close because you can see the coding. Now you have to make sure you have platform INI. Now that changes throughout time. I seen someone the other day that it looked different. But this is where, this is only for this board. See how that says Mega 2560? That is your board. Now, I had no clue what this meant. Even after the genius guy on YouTube, I don't know if I have him up right now. That was the wrong thing to load. That Australian guy, that's about all I can say. The guy from Australia does amazing videos. He does so many of them, I just don't think he can keep up with everybody. But he explained this, that it's on your board. Well, my board came in the mail from Reality, and it didn't have anything like this. It wasn't even on the board. So I went on the internet. I'll show you. I'll show you exactly what I type in. So we need this right here. What is? So if you're running a different board, I pasted that. Ender, or not Ender, 4.2.7 board. What is it? And I came down to Reddit. I went through a bunch of these, but this is purple, so obviously this is one I clicked on. And I scrolled down, because this guy was having the same problem. Blah, 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 blah. Somebody responded, and this is... Thanks for putting that up there, you idiots. This is what I need. As I pointed out, that's what you need. So I copied that. If you're running a different board, this is for the setup I'm showing you guys right now is for 4.2.7. If you guys are using a different board, this right here and this will be totally different. And this needs to be changed to what that guy just showed. If you do not do that, it will throw so many errors, like right away. Because when you tell it to cut your code into new software, it goes online and downloads stuff for some reason. I don't know what the stuff is. And it goes based off of this. It goes online and finds that. Well, when it tries to match it up with, let's say, a 250 z-axis, and you set it for 400 z-axis, it's going to be like, well, you can't do that because you're running the wrong board. It'll run the wrong power to stuff. It won't even let you code it. It'll throw an error. So you got to paste that in there. Let that sit for a little bit in case you guys are doing it, or just copying it. Now, to code, say you want, the easiest thing that I always do is put an Ender extender kit on mine, and when doing that, it is not the 250 millimeter height anymore, it's 500. You go under here, you put down Marlin. This is basically all your power stuff, as far as I know. I'm not going to explain all this. I'm going to set it up where you can come in here and easily understand how to set up, because most people don't know what they're doing. And this is all the custom stuff you want to do. So, as you scroll through here, anything that's in green, if you want to turn something on, first, if you want to find something, hold your control button and press F. That's the best thing ever. So I'm going to type in Z-axis. I just know this from previous, Z-max. previous looking up, and to change the max of your z-axis seats at 250. Say you don't even want a z-axis at all. It's going to be confusing. If you put them right there, see that turn green? It don't even know it has a z-axis now. Now it has a z-axis. So as you go down here, filament run out sensor. Of course you have to have the sensor thing. Sensor shut off. See how it's all blurred out? Define. If you go right like that and look up there, all this turns green, and all of a sudden now it's like, holy cow, we got a filament run out sensor. It's a lot more complicated than that, but I'm just kind of showing you how you can turn stuff on. Just getting a filament sensor and erasing that does not turn on the filament sensor run out. I'm still working on getting mine to work right. Okay, so basically we just, let's see if we can make this go back. Oh, okay, so down here is when you click check mark. I'm going to click the check mark and show you it's going to have an error. Oh, yeah, there, failed. Failed all over the place. So, let's put the board in, my board, and it should go through. That's the link we got offline. There it goes. It's going right through. Installing, it's going to download some stuff. Mine will go a little bit quicker because they're already pre-downloaded. Let's see if I can run under documents. So, when it's totally downloaded, oh, mine isn't. Okay, so mine isn't there. It was like 2 gigs, I thought. So, still compiling them. Over here, you'll see red lines for stuff that has messed up or aired out. And it's really good because you can click on it and it'll take you right to the file source because there's 3,000 lines of code. Just take a little while. I'm not going to skip forward like most people and then you're like, holy cow, mine didn't do that. How did those do that? I like to sit here and show you guys in real time. Sadly, my videos take 45 minutes and then people don't watch them because they want to watch the 5-minute video to figure it out. So again, this is downloading for the 4.2.7 board, which is the most amazing board I ever had in my Ender. Of course there's better ones, but this has everything on it. It has the run-out filament sensor right there. It has the BL Touch plug-in right there. That's about all I needed to put in mine. I wish it had a bigger SD card slot. Yeah, $32, nothing there. You're still in the coding? Still going. And this is a pretty good computer, so. Just waiting. I am running. I'll show you what I'm running. Big Tech. That is not what I'm running. I don't know what that was. So I run CR Touch pretty soon instead of BL Touch because that thing looks disgusting to me. And that's nice and black and it'll be sleek looking. Plus that one lights up light. Not as bright as this one. Oh, it succeeded. It succeeded. Don't know what duration means. Sometimes it's done in like 2 seconds and they'll say it took 5 hours. So let's go in and look at our file. So we just made one. Now that means it's working. So if I was to go in to this file right here, and that's my z-axis. Say I put a taller kit on it. In order to make it taller, it worked there. Now if I make it 358, which is what I run mine at, now that will be 358 millimeters tall. If I recode it, now my printer will know it's going to go do everything it just did all over again. And it's going to print me a new code. Now I'm going to show you where that code's at in just a minute. It's got to do everything it just did all over again. I want to show you guys mine. There it is. That is the filament sensor I use. It's pretty nice. I haven't gotten it quite down all the way. Sometimes it just randomly changes filament in the middle of the prep. But yeah, I've been using it almost a month now. It's really nice because sometimes my filament does get too much moisture and it starts breaking. So this will let you know it broke. It'll hurry up and pause the print. So if anything happens, this can save your butt. Yeah, it costs a little bit more than the $6 one, but the $6 ones just shut off when the filament runs out. This just works great for all the different issues you can have. Let's get rid of some of my things. Okay, it's still going strong. So here's the link if you want to. That's not the link. There's the link if you want to do that. Should look like this. Even earlier videos from 3 years ago, I watched other people and it still looks like this. So get rid of some stuff here. Again, that's your configuration. If you want the 2.0, you can put it in an SD card and put it into the Ender 3 if you got this board. If you're using a different board, I've seen some people have to plug it in. Here's Creality saying, remember there were like 100 files on that one to decipher to get all this working. And quit it. I don't know if you guys pause it and look at that. You can get this code. Or just type it in for a different code or a different board. There's a 2.2 board, I think. And we're done with Marlin. Just make sure you get it from the GitHub. And we have to download it. And it just succeeded as we got done. So, we got totally done. Now I'm going to show you where to go to get them. Now don't just quit watching because you finally found out where it's at. I'm going to show you what happens when it airs out. So, wherever you did the download, it's going to be wherever you did the download and then placed it, that Marlin folder that we had to copy and paste stuff into, go under Marlin 2.0, and go under PIO and build. And then Creality. Oh, it's 312 megabytes. That's pretty low. And then right there was the one we did that I tested to make sure I had it in right. Nothing's changed on that. This is the one where I did the 358 millimeter rise, as if I put a taller Ender extender kit on it. Now, there's only 2 there. I'll click it again and show you that it makes 3. That is where the files are at. So, this one's going to have an error. I'm going to show you it doesn't put it in that file and how the errors look on here. Just let it do that. Now you can't just undefine that and it turns this on. There's a lot of stuff you also have to turn on where it stops and puts itself. It's not really that hard to set up, and as you go through here you can understand this as you read. Like right here, bed leveling. This will be how much hot it. You can read all this. See all the errors that are thrown? There we go. Failed. It failed, and then over here it'll show you where it failed. And then under here should be red fails. Now there's 2 fails there. Now if you go through here and you click on these, but right here it'll take you straight to it. Wherever this error is. Oops, click on the wrong spot. Failed to pause feature. You gotta go turn on the pause feature. But if you, right there. Where is it? I don't even let me click on it. It does in the other thing. Okay, normally you can click on these and it takes you straight to wherever it aired out. Am I in the wrong spot? No, it's normally it takes you to where it failed. But if you start doing stuff and you accidentally made it fail, every now and then back this up. This part right here, this is your backup. This is your configuration and everything. So every time you have a good build, back this up somewhere. Actually, just make a backup folder in here. So in case you mess something up like this, you can at least go back to your previous build. This, notice there's only 2 before, and we had 1 fail, so there shouldn't be a 3rd in here. There's no 3rd. In the meantime, because it takes so long, we're going to redefine that. And you can hold Control Z. There we go. Now there should be a 3rd one in there as I talk. Because you cannot get it off this. If you fail and mess up, you can't just load this. This is only understandable to your printer. So if you try to load it off this, it's going to be like, what are you doing? You're stupid. You only can get it off that other configuration page that I was on. So now you just need an SD card. Take an SD card, format it. I don't ever format mine. I always say formatted. I don't know why. Just make sure nothing else is on there. There's the third one. You must have succeeded. Yep, succeeded. See? Succeeded. We shut that back off, the run out sensor. And there's the third one. These two are. Get off my screen. These two are exactly the same. This one was the very first one. So that pops the software. So then you want to put in an SD card, which I don't have one on hand because mine's in the front right now. You're going to want to take just this file, whichever one you want. Whichever file you want, put it on the SD card. Slide it into the front of your printer with the printer off, and then turn on the printer. It's going to go blank screen for probably 10 seconds, and then it's going to boot it up, show the little Ender emblem, and then it's going to load right up, no problem. Then you want to go to somewhere on here, because it'll say crash detected or something. I don't know what it was. It's been a long time since I did this. And initialize your board. It's a setting under there somewhere. You click on it and it stores it, and then you don't have to. It stores it anyways, but it makes it so it erases your previous build off the thing, off the motherboard. Sorry, but yeah, hopefully this helps someone out because I looked for a newer video and not many people are showing you every step of the way to do it. The only part I didn't show you was this getting installed for the very first time. Just make sure you have these extensions or it won't work at all. And before you just get into it and download all these, the worst part for me was finding the platform. This right here. Just that simple little spot right there. I don't know what I'm going to do if I ever change my board, but this board's pretty nice. But yeah, thanks for watching. We did it under 30 minutes. Woohoo! Thanks for watching.